I told my friend like it feels like I'm in a video game or it's like a dream or something is going on. These words came from my mouth without even knowing like this was DPDR. And I it used to feel like my body isn't with me, my mind is somebody else, somewhere else, right? That was very frightening for me. I would say getting back to normal is perfectly getting back to normal. Like it's gonna fade away by itself, and you just need to follow some things and keep your mind like occupied, and it's gonna fade away. It's gonna happen with everybody.
Hey everyone, I'm Sean O'Connor, author of the Depersonalization Manual, and today I'm speaking with Nishant from Toronto, Canada. Nishant is 25 years old. In August of 2023, he developed Depersonalization Disorder triggered by a panic attack. His symptoms included dreamlike vision, as if he was high or stuck in a video game, intrusive thoughts like, who am I? And the fear of switching off or passing out. It was a very difficult experience, but fortunately, Nishant has since made a complete recovery. As he wrote to me in a recent email, quote, I'm happy to share that I'm now 100% recovered, and I'd love to talk to you more about my DPDR journey and share more about what happened and what helped me along the way. And Nishant is with us today to talk about his experience with and recovery from Derealization Disorder. Nishant, you're very welcome to the channel. Thanks for being with us today.
Hi Sean, how you doing?
I'm
Very
good.
happy to see you.
Yeah, I'm happy to see you too, man. Thank you for being on the channel. Nishant, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Nishant, and I am doing like part-time music and part-time working as a supervisor in a restaurant. So that's what I'm doing. And my background is IT. So yeah,
Okay. How long have you been in Toronto?
I've been here for like more than 3 years. It's very cool, super chill. Like people are so good here.
And where are you from originally?
I'm from Punjab, India. If like anybody knows like Punjab, yeah.
Nice. When I was a younger man, I traveled around India.
Oh,
And I
really?
spent I
Wow.
spent I spent 6 months there. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. I would love to go back someday and
Hmm.
see more of it. Yeah, such an amazing country. So, Nishant, can you tell us a little bit about your experience with DPDR and how did it start for you?
I remember like on 25th August, I was working. I clocked in like 9:30. Then I started working. But then in the middle of the working, like I just looked around like here and it felt like pretty weird. I felt like I was like gonna pass out or something. Then I talked to my manager like I feel like I'm gonna pass out or thing. Then I just sat down and I was seeing my surroundings. I looked very weird and very like off. And in a moment, like I had a thought in my mind, like why it's feeling like I'm drunk or like I'm high. But then it felt very weird. On that day, I was not even processing like what's going on, what's happening. I don't know. It felt very weird, so I called my friend as well to come and pick me up. Like I thought like I wouldn't be able to drive. But yeah, that's how like I remember this thing started.
And you were working in a restaurant, Nishant, is that right?
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And prior to this, had you been feeling any stress or anything in your life, or was there anything that could have?
To be honest, I didn't have any concept of stress or anxiety. Like I wasn't even aware like like what stress is or anxiety is. But like on the other day I called my mom. So she told me like you feel like you are stressed out. But then I'm like, no, I don't feel any stress or something. But maybe there could be stress or something, but like I was living my life very enjoying like all days.
One of the scariest things about having a panic attack is that it feels like it's not happening for any reason. It feels like, well, I
Mhm.
don't, there's no reason for me to feel stressed out. There's no reason for me to feel anxious. I'm at work. I know I'm safe here. Here's my colleagues.
Mhm.
Here's a safe environment, and yet I feel I have this really strange feeling of of disconnection and you know I
Mm-hmm.
can't explain it. That's the scariest thing about it, is that you can't explain why it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So can you tell us more about what happened after that?
So on that day, like I went and I mean, I ate some food and I thought I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep for like some hours and I'll be okay in like 2 or 3 hours. That's what I thought. So I mean, I wake up at like 10 or 9, I mean 10 p.m. at the night, and my car was still there at the workplace. So one of my friend showed up, so I told him let's go and bring the car back to the house. So I went there, and while going as well, I don't know, it still felt very weird and very strange. I was describing my friend like, I don't know what is it, but I don't know how to even describe it to you. The the way I could describe it is like I'm be feeling like being high or like I'm drunk. So I stopped at the gas station and I took some energy drink. I thought it's gonna it's gonna be the perfect thing to like remove that thing, but still the feeling was very weird and very strange. Like it didn't went off, and I took my car and started driving again back. I mean, the streets, the lights, it was looking very weird and very strange. It was frightening at the some time, at some point. But yeah, but then I came back and I then slept and I thought it's gonna be okay the next morning as well. But the same story. I mean, it was very different in the morning as well. And I saw the sky and I saw the trees. I don't know, it felt very, very kind of weird and strange. It was so bad at that day. Like, I don't even know how to even explain to anyone, like, what is going on and how I'm even feeling. So I try to describe to my friends, like, because I live with my friends, because I don't have any family here. So I told my friends, like, I'm feeling like this. It's kind of very weird. Or I told my friend, like, it feels like I'm in a video game, or it's like a dream or something is going on. These words came from my mouth without even knowing, like, this was DPDR. So when I researched about DPDR, then my words, my things matched with the that thing.
It's such a common description to say I feel like I'm in a dream, or I feel like I'm still high, or I feel like I'm in a video game. And when
Mm-hmm.
you don't have a context for that, when you don't understand why that's happening, it feels so strange. And, you know, and when it happened to me, I thought I must be
Mm-hmm.
going crazy. I thought
Mm-hmm.
something terrible had happened. Um, and you feel like your vision is affected too. You're literally just taking a walk down the street
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
feel like things aren't real. And yesterday things were fine. And now today
Mm-hmm.
things don't look real and you don't know what the hell is going on. It's a very, very scary experience. Um,
But with me, like, I started Googling the next day, like, what's going on, what's
mm,
happening. I'm writing on Google, like, I'm feeling like drunk from like past 2 days. What is this? And so many random things are coming. So I did a very big mistake. I went on Google and started finding what is it. And on that day, I found it's something called Vertigo. I didn't even knew like what Vertigo was. But then I read the threads and forums, like people say like Vertigo feels like you are drunk. So I was doing my analysis on my part. And then when I was doing my analysis, like the Vertigo came up. Then I went to a doctor and I told him like how I'm feeling. But then he didn't understood like what I was saying. He thought like I'm saying some motion sickness. So he thought like I have some motion sickness or something, and he gave me some medicine called Grevol. I don't know if it's in there or no, but in Canada we have it's called Grevol. And I thought it's gonna be okay, and it's gonna make me fine. So I took like 2 or 3 like tablets for like 2 days, and
is
it
it
was still the
is
same.
this medication for vertigo, Nishant?
No, no, this is called motion sickness medicine.
Oh, it's motion. Okay, okay.
Then it didn't like I was not satisfied with that doctor, so I went to another. I mean, the doctor place. So I talked to the doctor as well. The biggest mistake I did, I went to the doctor and cause I did my self analysis. I told them like I feel like I have vertigo. I mean, I didn't let them find what I'm feeling with, but that's what I analysis like. I did the analysis, like I feel like I have vertigo. So then doctor see my eyes and she did some like hand movements, eye movements, and she told me like, you are super fine. What is up with you? And so I told her, and she gave me some printouts with some exercises. It's called VBT. I don't know. I don't remember the full form. It's called VBT. So I went back and I took the prescription of Vertigo, and then I started like doing those exercises, and I ate the Vertigo medicine for like more than 1 week. So and I in my mind I thought I'm gonna take this medicine. It's gonna be over in like a week, and we'll be free. Same like we'll be free like, and I'm gonna be in the same schedule like every day, and everything's gonna be over. So like then 2 days passed, 3 days passed, and I was talking to my family as well. Like I got the medicine. Now the game's gonna be over. I'll be okay within few weeks. So even the fifth day passed, sixth day passed, like 2 weeks passed, and the things were still the same, and it even more went frightening after 2 weeks. Like I remember I was walking down the street and I thought I would buy some food from outside that day. So went outside and I got some food and I was talking to my friend on the phone. So while coming back, while I was talking, I don't know, I completely freaked out inside my mind, like heavy freaked out. I don't know what do I do. And I felt super lost at that moment. Like I was standing, in the middle of the street, and I thought, I don't know how I'm gonna walk it out back to my home. I don't know I don't know how to even explain that thing, but it felt very, very weird and very frightening. And somehow I gained the courage and went back to home. But then I then felt like even eating that day, I just went to like take a nap and I slept.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very, very, very strange experience, and very, especially when you don't know what's going on, you don't understand it. And were you still working at this time, Nishant?
Like for 2 weeks, I didn't work. No, this time I wasn't working. But then after like 2 or 3 weeks passed by, I still didn't know like it called depersonalization. So my friends cheered me up and they said like, nah, you need to show up to work. You should go. Like they kind of tried to force me, and I'm very lucky they forced me. If they didn't force me to do that, I'd never know like I would be stuck in a zone from like, you know, for like so many months or so. My friends really cheered me up. Like they said like, yo, go to work. You not staying at home. You look fine. Nothing is wrong with you. Like they can't see like what's happening. I even told them like you can't relate like what's happening, and I don't even know even how to explain it to you. But then after some time, I went on internet and started like searching again. I saw the depersonalization thing on the internet, but then I thought like, no, 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 this is super weird. Like, I don't think this is something, because in my mind, I never thought it's gonna be affecting my like mind or something. I thought it's gonna be some physical problem, or did I eat something wrong? I don't know. Then then I went on the forums and everything. And for me, surprisingly, I saw your website first instead of the YouTube videos, because I saw some YouTube videos but didn't make up to me. But when I saw your website, and it's your story on the website, like you describing everything, like how it happened to you. But then I gave some time and I thought, wow, I found a gem. Now I could fix it. So then the story started. Then I, like, after a month, I bought your manual and started following the rules. Yeah.
That's great. I'm very glad you were able to find an explanation and start moving towards recovery. Yeah, and it's interesting what you say, Nishant, as well, that I think, and people have said this to me before, that when they initially come across the term depersonalization, they will often have their first reaction will sometimes be, "Oh no, that can't be it," because it sounds like this like massive kind of very, very serious thing. And you're just saying, well, like I was just at work and this just happened to me. Like, this can't be something that sounds as serious as
Yeah, yeah, for
depersonalization.
sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But then when you look it up and you understand it, it's extremely common. Most people will experience it at some point, and 1 in 50 people will develop depersonalization disorder at some point. And it's actually, once you kind of understand it, you start to take away the fear of it. But when you come across it first, it can feel very frightening and overwhelming. And just jumping back a little bit, Nishant, just you've mentioned a few of them, but can you tell us more about the symptoms you were experiencing in this in all this time, please?
At the beginning, I had the visual symptom, like everything was feeling like so dreamlike and so. I mean, it felt kind of supernatural. Like I don't know even how to even describe it properly, but it felt like. I mean, viewers could relate like what I'm talking about. Because normal people who hadn't been through, like he or she wouldn't be able to relate what I'm saying. Like it obviously felt like dreamlike, and whenever used to look up at the sky or the trees, it used to like started haunting me. I don't know how. Then after that, like when I started going to work after 2 or 3 weeks, some thoughts started coming randomly in my mind, like who am I? And that even more like haunted started haunting me. And that thought was coming after like every day, like after some time, like who am I? Who am I? And that was very frightening as well. And basically, I dealt with more of this thought and the visual symptom, and sometimes the body used to feel like I'm kind of alien, or like you don't feel your body. Like I don't know what word should I use to describe it, but sometimes I used to look in the mirror and I used to zone out and think, is there even am I or is somebody else? And when I used to walk around on the streets or like just go for a walk on the trail, and it used to feel like my body isn't with me, my mind is somebody else, somewhere else, right? Yeah, that was very frightening for me.
What was your lowest point in the experience, Nishant? Is there a particular time or a moment that you remember that sticks with you?
I had so many low points as far I can remember. I mean, I was still working and I wasn't even feeling okay, and I didn't know like what this thing was called or what is happening with me. And I remember like I just went outside on a break from my work, and I was sitting outside and I was thinking like what is happening and what is this thing and how do I even, like I was finding ways how to fix it. In my mind, I thought it's gonna be me who's gonna fix that thing. Nobody else could fix it. And on that day, then I was sitting outside and I was googling things like what is this, and I see so many things coming like you have some brain tumor, like you have some brain cancer, and that thing freaked me out, and I went in more depersonalization state or derealization state. Then I have to like give myself or hype myself. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I mean, just googling that thing gave me like too much depersonalization. That was the lowest point. Like that's what I feel.
Yeah, getting into the constant research can definitely cause the anxiety to persist. And we kind of get into a cycle of researching and looking for answers and then thinking about it because we're researching about it and then researching because we're thinking about it. And it just goes on,
I was like
unfortunately.
kind of obsessed, like going to Google or going to anywhere. Like I don't know. Now it feels so stupid. Like why I was even going to Google to find that. But I was constantly like going to Google, like trying to find some medicine, or in my mind, like I felt like I'm gonna find something and it's gonna fix me. But everybody knows that's not the case. It's not gonna switch off like a light.
Yeah, and because it tends to happen so quickly, so you're at work and then it just feels like it happens like that. So then we try to find that switch to turn it off again,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't work like that. It's not it's not it's a habit essentially. It feels like it happens quite quickly, but it is a habit. And then in recovery, we train ourselves out of that habit. And so speaking of which, Nishant, can you tell us about what it felt like when you started to recover? So when you started to see those results and those changes happen, what did that feel like for you?
So I started reading your manual. I read your manual like twice or thrice. I completed your DP manual like 2 days, and then I started listening on my AirPods and at my workplace, like almost like every day for like so much time. And as like with me, like I remember like as much as I read your manual, I found new things, found new keywords. Like I when I wrote for the first time, like I didn't understood like almost all the things. Then I read it for the second time. Then I know like yeah, you need to do those things. So like I would say like I started working. Then instantly I just thought like if any thought would come in my mind, I'm not gonna deal with that. I'm just gonna leave it there. If it's there, if there, my hands are working, my body's working. I could still do the things I used to do. I mean, it just in my mind. So I'm gonna leave it there. Then I started like going to gym, like and doing some exercises, and I just kept myself occupied. So I do like part-time music. So I mean, I do produce music. So I started going to more studio sessions like every night, like after finishing my work. So I'll be in the studio like every night, other day, or in my home studio. So I just kept myself pretty occupied, and slowly, I started feeling like for 5 minutes, I never thought about DPDR. Then it went for like 2 minutes, like Then it went for like an hour, and like one day, 5 hours passed. I didn't even have a single thought about DPDR, and I thought like, wow, this is so amazing. I mean, that's what I read in the book, right? You say like if you could feel that for 5 hours or just like 5 minutes, it could really go away. So I thought like I'm gonna push myself. I'm gonna keep going. It's gonna go away. So that's the rule is. So that's how I started my recovery journey. Like I just, I mean, I was occupied with so many things, and I had so many plans. Like I had like set list for a day. Like I need to go to work, and then I had to go to gym. I go to studio, or like I do some, exercise. Or I started doing yoga as well.
Mm,
Wow, I remember. Yeah, but now I'm not doing. But that's for that particular time for 3 4 months. I started doing some yoga as well.
mm. How long was the whole experience, Nishant, from when you got it to recovery?
But I would say like the initial symptoms passed by 3 or 4 months.
Mm,
Like the symptoms were started fading after like 4 or 5 months, because I knew like what is it. And once you read the DP manual, like I feel like half of the symptoms just go away right away. I don't know how, but maybe that's how mind works. Once you have the knowledge. So when I read the DP manual, half of the symptoms just went away. That I mean on that point as well. And then I started slowly getting occupied with myself. And then I still had those symptoms, like visual symptoms. I mean, it was kind of weird. Like I don't have any like existential thoughts, like who am I or what is this. But I still had those visual symptoms. I even remember like I went to the doctor to check my eyes as well. And I thought like even if you feel like I had to put like 0.5 or even zero lens or like anything, I'm very happy to use those as well. But then the doctor says your eyes are perfectly fine. You don't even need any lens, like not even like zero or something else. So I felt like, yeah, my eyes are fine. So maybe this is how it's gonna work. I'm gonna keep pushing myself. This feeling, it's gonna go away.
And when you recovered completely, Nishant, was there a moment where you kind of realized it was gone completely, or was it a more of a slow process of getting to a place of not having any more DP?
I mean, it just gradually decreased day by day, or like I would say week by week, not day by day, or like month by month. So like 1 week, I mean, I remember 1 week passed and I didn't feel DP at all. And then again the next week, then I started still thinking about DP. Then it was there for like 2 days. But then I thought like it's gonna be here, so I'm gonna let it be and it's gonna pass out. So like week by week and month by month, it started like, I mean, going out of my mind. And as far as I remember, like few months ago, like I never thought about DP and the that thing don't even haunt me or like frighten me anymore. Then like slowly, like it just went out of your mind. That's how I feel like it happened with me.
So now that you've recovered, Nishant, is getting back to normal really getting back to normal after depersonalization disorder?
I would say getting back to normal is perfectly getting back to normal. Like you're gonna start doing the same things, drinking too much coffee. Like I've been drinking 3 or 4 cups of coffee every single day. So you start going out with your friends. Everything is super good. Like you maybe have some few drinks like on the weekends, or everything's gonna be the same like it used to be. Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, good to hear. Good to hear. And how was the DP manual helpful in your recovery, Nishant?
I would say if I have recovered because of DP manual. I mean, if I have never even seen your website or I have never seen your videos, I wouldn't even know like where would I even end up. I would give my 100% credit to Sean or like the DP manual that like that helped me to get out of this thing. So I mean, all credit from my side goes to you, Sean. 100%, like 100%.
Ah,
I just followed all the rules, like went to the like started gymming and doing some exercises and getting myself occupied following the golden rules. I mean, I recovered because of the DP manual. I could say that. Nothing else, for sure.
that's wonderful to hear. I'm so happy that the DP manual was helpful in your recovery, Nishant, and thank you for the kind words as well. I appreciate that. So one more question for you, Nishant. There's going to be people watching this interview who may be going through something very similar to what you went through. Um, what advice would you have for anybody watching this?
I would give like some few tips and few guidelines to follow. I mean, first you need to accept, even if you have any frightening feeling or even if you're having any panic attacks. First, you need to accept it is what it is. So now your main focus is not to deal with that. You just keep going on with your life. It's if it's there, just let it be there and just start doing your everyday work or whatever you do. Like just keep your keep your mind occupied all the time and just like keep your mind occupied and then just start doing small things and taking small effort. If you feel like you like going to gym or even going to outside or even going anywhere else, it's a very like heavy work to go. Like just start doing small steps every day. Like that's what like in the DP man will say, like just cook some breakfast for yourself instead of like going out or like having and just like cook some breakfast for yourself and instead of going to gym just go out for 10 minutes walk and started like talking with your friends, but just don't talk about the DPDR for sure. If like you don't need to exaggerate that thing to everybody like, hey, I'm dealing with this, hey, I'm dealing with that. Just talk about normal stuff and just keep going on with your life and it's gonna fade out. I mean, it's gonna fade out for sure. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen with everybody. So it's not only you or me. Like I also felt like how I'm gonna fix this thing. And as I learned, like it's gonna fade away by itself, and you just need to follow some things and keep your mind like occupied, and it's gonna fade away. It's gonna happen with everybody. Yeah, that's what I feel.
That's great advice, Nishant. What kind of music do you make?
I make pop music, R&B, and like I make mostly all kind of genres. I started doing EDM music first, but then I eventually got into these hip hop and R&B music.
Well, if you'd like to send on any links to your music, you
Oh yeah,
SoundCloud,
yeah, for sure.
Spotify, we'll put this in the video description for anybody to watching the video to go and take a look at,
Hmm.
or take a listen to even. But Nishant, it's been so lovely to speak with you, man, and thank you for coming on the channel and sharing your story. I am delighted that you have recovered completely, and this the DP manual was helpful in that process. And best of luck with your career and with the music, and yeah, keep us up to date with how you're doing. Okay.
Yeah, thanks very much, Sean.
Okay. Take care. Thank you, Nishant. Bye bye.